agents, thanks for joining us again today. We're zooming away here. That's Eric's phrase. Eric, I'm going to steal that from you. That was beautiful.
That's good.
I'm just zooming all day. Zooming all day. We've got Eric Sachs, the CEO of Breakthrough Broker. If you haven't heard of Breakthrough Broker, please visit Breakthrough Broker. It's breakthroughbroker.com. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And we've got Vanessa Noble. She's out of Alaska. We've got any referrals for her, send them her way. She's also a longtime friend of mine and an admin in Lab Coat Agents. So welcome. For those of you just jumping in on the Facebook side and on the webinar portion, let us know what city and state you're from, just so that we know where all of you are from. The last few days and weeks, we've been having people from all over the world jumping on. And I'm always asking, like, how is real estate going in Australia and Spain? Is it a complete shutdown? In Italy? And it's nice to see, guys. It's nice to see. Nice to have you on, guys. Eric, let us know a little bit about your background and how you started Breakthrough Broker so people know.
The background's interesting. I think like all of us, we came from past lives. I'm not sure too many people on the call have a 4-year degree from a major university on how to sell residential real estate. My past life was fun. I was a police officer for 13 years. I was a detective for 7, working youth crimes, and it was fun. Left the detective bureau to go back to the street to train rookies. And when you're training rookies, they send you on night shift. They send you to burglar alarms all night long. And in Colorado, if you own $1 million home, it's like a prerequisite to leave a back door open when you go on vacation. So the wind blows off the mountains. So like $1 million home here is like a $20 million home there, Tristan.
Dude,
so
that's
like
massive.
Right. So anyway, to make a long story short, the wind would come off the mountains, rattle the back door. We'd go in, no bad guy. And I found myself in the kitchens checking out the granite and the backsplash. I'd call my rookie over and be like, look at the inset sink and the granite. So I would, I got interested in real estate as a hobby, and it really took off for me. I was a part-time realtor while I was working night shift at the police department, equaled my cop salary, and then was doing way better. My best friend was a realtor, and I talked him out of leaving his company to start our own. And we started our own company. I left the police department. We grew that company between Fort Collins, Colorado, and Flamingo Beach, Costa Rica for quite a long time. So we've done real estate in Central America and Colorado. We were acquired by a very large national franchise who wanted us to manage in multiple states, and we turned them down. And so we had to sign a non-compete. We had to figure out what the heck we were going to do. And we were sitting around one day, obviously, while drinking. And I think some of our best ideas come from that. And it was right after we sold it. And we were like, you know, a lot of what we needed when we were running our company and when we were selling real estate was hard to find. It was a little fragmented. It was super expensive when we needed it. And so we wanted to take what we learned about selling and owning a company and put it into a resource. But the big caveat is we feel like the freeness of online and the web, we all love Pandora Radio and Skype and Facebook and all the free things we use. So we wanted to put everything that we needed as realtors into one place for free. And so it was a crazy idea. We took 2 years to build content right at the beginning. We launched in 2012, so we're 8 years old. We currently have over 421,000 realtors using the site. A lot.
Wow.
It's fun.
Wait, how many agents?
421,000, like 700, and we're adding about 7,000 a month. So we hope to get up to 500,000 realtors using the product. It's truly free, no catch. We make our money, and obviously we have to make money. I have 2 kids. I got one who's at school in New York City, a dancer on Broadway, and another in high school. And so we do make money. It's an advertising-based product, and we also run some very large brokerage marketing technologies throughout the country. So
I always say you guys are we're like sister companies, dude.
Yeah, we're very parallel. We love what you guys do. We love the content and the commentary. And what I love so much about Lab Coats is that it's comment and commentary from the field, right? And so when a lot of coaches are out there coaching, and not to knock the coaches, but they're out of the industry, they're coaching. And so what we like to see in Lab Coats is that it's sharing, for the most part, best practices and ideas. And people You guys police that pretty good, though. But for the most part, really good commentary for all of us to learn from. So we love what you guys do. And our goal, a lot of people told us we couldn't do that. There's Inman News, there's Risk Media, there's a lot of media companies out there, and we don't do current events. I think you guys do a better job at the current events. We like to make sure most of our content, if not all, is actionable. So what you find on Breakthrough Broker is actionable content that you can download from everything from marketing to business plans and presentations. And we like to say, hopefully what you find on the site, whether you use it or not, will spark an idea, even if you don't use what you found on Breakthrough Broker, for you to create something similar, or you can use what we have.
I love it. I love it. So let's get right into it, guys. So let's talk about some tools that we're seeing that are really necessary right now. And then we'll jump into the back end of Breakthrough Broker as well, so people can see how amazing that is. And the fact that it's free is essential, dude, right now, because a lot of people are cutting their expenses and they're like, well, what do I need? What don't I need? So let's start with the most glaring one, and that's Zoom, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody's jumping in on Zoom. There are other alternates as well. I mean, Eric, we went on a webinar. It was the largest webinar I've been on, so thank you for that. I had 3,000 people, and people were still kicking the door to jump in. What were you using to do that webinar? Because I don't usually use that.
Yeah, so we had a little over 7,000 registrants, and obviously you can't have most online streaming services have a cap. So we used GoToWebinar, and GoToWebinar has a web streaming or webcast platform, which allows 3,001 viewers. So we choose GoToWebinar for a couple different reasons. I love Zoom, and I use Zoom for meetings and happy hours and all the things we're doing now, a lot of one-on-ones. But when we're expecting a large audience, I feel like GoTo, for me anyway, is easier to, when we're not using video. Like, this is great. I can see you guys. I think your viewers can see us. But when I'm only doing presentations, so like when you came on and you gave your presentation, GoToWebinar is very easy to navigate with a lot of people. So if any viewers are doing, like, if you're going to do a community webinar, you want to do some education and lecturing, I really like GoToWebinar, but I'm way more Zoom fan for interaction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Eric, what was the price on having up to 3,000 people on there? Did it not change, or was it?
No, it didn't change, but we spend $500 a month on our GoTo.
That's awesome.
On our GoTo subscription.
So just to let you know here, the difference, if I want to go to the max on Zoom, which is 10,000 participants on a webinar, it will cost me $6,500. $6,500.
Yeah, we're spending $500 a month on GoTo, and it didn't fluctuate to go from, typically we have 1,000 on our webinars. So we just switched to the webcast. It was awesome.
Good job, dude. Good job on that.
That's good for me to know that we could do 10,000, but that's pretty pricey.
I mean, look, a one-time deal where you have like 10,000 people, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a good sponsor.
Any sponsors listening, call me.
Vanessa, what are you using to connect with clients? I know when we did our webinar on virtual presentations, buyers and sellers, which was amazing. You said you were using FaceTime. Are you still using FaceTime, or what other things are you using to connect?
So I have used GoToWebinar, and that's been around even longer than Zoom. I remember years ago, but it depends on the actual client's needs. So I try to make myself as versatile as possible, because when you're dealing with a client, obviously it's harder to be like, download these 10 other apps for me to communicate with you. So I try to be the one with the the platform of options for them, especially if they're foreign or coming in from somewhere else. But Zoom, thankfully, due to the media, now has the most, got the most publicity off of this coronavirus. They're that company go buy stock in Zoom if it's public. But because I think in a lot of ways, there's probably areas of business that won't go back to face-to-face. if they find efficiencies in this virtual opportunity. So, but yeah, I use Zoom a lot. For live stuff, I use WhatsApp and Facebook, because everybody has Facebook, except for the younger generations. I'm learning they don't have Facebook. They're interested.
Yeah, I mean they're on TikTok. So let's go ahead, Eric.
Oh, I found a little trick. So this is interesting. It's a different platform. So if you use Google Messenger and you do a video chat on Messenger, it's different than if you send a calendar invite and use Google Meeting. We found that Google Meeting, sending a calendar invite, is a way better technology. We were having tons of audio problems and setup problems with Google Hangout video. And then when we started inviting our team via our calendar, it's called Google Meeting instead of chat. And the platform is way better. So if you're going to use Google and you want to invite a bunch of friends, don't start a chat in the Messenger, send a calendar invite, because the platform we have found is better.
You're right.
But it's better.
So true, because when you stream through just Google Hangouts,
it's terrible.
It is. The quality is terrible. I mean, it's free,
Awful.
but it's terrible. So that was my other option. And then obviously Skype, right? You guys have heard of Skype. And if you want to go into Facebook Live or YouTube Live and you just want to use it for that, there's also BeLive.tv, BeLive.tv. So, and it's not very expensive at all. It's like $19 or less. So if you want to interview people, or let's say, Vanessa, you grab a mortgage broker or a title executive and you're like, hey, let's talk about what's happening now. You can go onto your Facebook through it. So,
and you know what I'm finding in this time, and what I would encourage a lot of agents to do is be the source of information, but you don't have to be the expert. So, for your database, for your friends, everyone is looking for insight in the economy and a lot of other arenas. And you have such an amazing network at your fingertips. So hosting these types of educational videos, even for your database, or inviting your database to listen in on that, even on a private Zoom, where it's not just always trying to broadcast through your Facebook, but host your own, webinar, so that way you can kind of be that source for them of information by bringing in your network, like bring in, your inspectors, bring in whatever other people are in that real estate space, and invite your database to join in on that. Post that yourself, so you can kind of be that hyper local focal point of information and dissemination of information, and that'll give you so much clout and credibility with your database and with your sphere.
If I may say one thing, I've been doing, like I said at the beginning, Tristan, we've been Zooming a lot lately. Yeah. But I would say for a realtor or anybody on the call who's thinking of adopting this and doing some meetings or anything virtual, practice with the technology. Tristan's done 1,000 of these. I've done 1,000 of these. The thing at the beginning that is most intimidating isn't the conversation. It's the technology itself, right? So recently I was on a Zoom meeting with a partner of ours who was hosting it, and she didn't know how to mute other people. And we heard people yelling at their children in the background. We heard people yelling at their spouses in the background. We heard dogs barking, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I had to explain to the host how to mute the attendees. So practice with your friend, practice with a spouse, practice with whoever.
Your family.
But at the beginning of this, Tristan, and Vanessa, tell me, like, I was most stressed out about all of the things that could go wrong with the tech than I was with the actual conveation.
Yeah. Hence why we have Dan Murray on the call still. You see his little square right now?
I see him. But practice, like do a few calls with somebody so you know what to push, what to mute, how to manipulate the actual being a host in a virtual meeting.
I don't know how I missed that point to start with, because that should be the first thing we do.
101.
I'll take you back to when we first ran Zoom, and then we'll switch to the next things you need. When I first ran Zoom, I think it was the second week, we decided to do a meeting because they didn't have the webinar options yet. This is way back. And so we sent that link out to everybody. And as soon as we turned on the meeting, everybody's screen turned on, their video screen turned on like that, as soon as they were jumping in. And we caught two people that were in the bathroom. And I mean, dude, I'm doing my best to like block their camera because they left their camera on. I'm like, camera off, camera. And you know what? I just shut it down. Yeah. I was like, we aren't doing this.
I swear in the beginning, I probably had everything that could go wrong. And then, you know, so if we can give you any wisdom on this call, practice, and then do some virtual meeting.
Amen.
Perfect, dude. All right. So let's shift into a couple more things. I want to talk about social media. What are you using right now primarily? Because I think we see social media as tools, right? Mm-hmm. Things that we should definitely be on to be putting a good word out to people that are thinking about real estate or what's happening with real estate. Are buyers and sellers still buying? What are you using? Where do you gravitate to?
So if you're asking me, obviously we still do Facebook, and my clients are realtors. And I would say most of us are on Facebook. So we're doing Facebook and Instagram for the most part and then email, obviously. So we have a pretty robust email platform. Anyone on here knows that you get 2 emails a week from Breakthrough Broker, Facebook and Instagram. I really, now more than ever, and you know, some of the people you've had on here, like Travis and Chelsea and those people, would say that I think what you're posting now more than ever is most important, right? As long as it's, you know, what am I trying to say? I saw a great article recently about stopping your drip email campaigns, because like we're still using our canned drip emails, and this is a crazy time right now. Yeah. Did you see Christy Kennelly's post about that?
Posted something.
So whatever you're using, we're Facebook, Instagram, and we're just being very careful about what we're saying. We want to make sure it's positive. We want to make sure it's helpful. We want to make sure it's reassuring. And so we're spending a little more time on the what right now of what we're posting.
I love it. How about you, Vanessa? Where are you gravitating to on social?
You know, I kind of watch where I'm getting the most engagement, it depends on the content that I'm sharing and who I intend my audience to be. Because as a lot of you guys can probably feel, it can be very time intensive to, you know, consistently post or share and keep your audience engaged. So with Instagram, I feel like I'm more in growth mode. So I'm trying a few different strategies on Instagram. But Instagram requires, it's like farming. It requires a lot of consistency to engage, because in Instagram, you're going to have a lot more, you know, what we would call unmet people you don't know kind of in Instagram, where Facebook is people that maybe you at least have common interests with. So colleagues and friends and family can be a little mixed. So it depends on my audience. It depends on my intention. I have not tried to do TikTok, which I know is like the big thing, like get on TikTok. But you know, there's just not enough hours in the day. Yep. But so it depends on my audience, what my content is geared towards. Right now, I am working on and actually using Breakthrough Broker to get a VA in there and be more consistent with my Instagram content. So that way I could kind of automate that a little bit. But because that's going to be more your unmet sphere is on Instagram. Your warm sphere, your warm database, your relationships, I think are more cultivated on Facebook.
Dude, I love that. Well, let's just get right into Breakthrough Broker, because we're talking about tools that you need to shift into. Number one, we're seeing a lot of people cut back on expenses that they don't need, right? Obviously, don't cut back on the things that you are using and that are making you money. Do not cut back on those. But also look at the things that you can supplement, and you're going to find a ton of things on Breakthrough Broker that are free. And I'm just surprised that there are only 421,000 people, you said? 421,000 agents on there, and that they're not all of the 2 million agents in real estate on this, because it's free. It's free.
Really quick, Tristan, from someone that had never heard of Breakthrough Broker, you know, just until recently, because for people in the audience that maybe have never heard, they're like, what are we talking about? What is this? Can we like get a really quick, like, Eric, what the heck is Breakthrough Broker? Like, what is?
My gosh, I had someone call me last week and tell me it's the charcuterie plate of real estate. It's kind of funny. It's literally everything. We've wanted to be so well-rounded. We created content in 6 different wells. So
is it a marketing platform? Is it tools? Is it a, yeah.
It's an all-encompassing resource with 3,000 interactive pieces of content, from marketing to business plans, marketing plans, presentations, listing buyer presentations, coaching webinars, 3,000 things to help you guys with your business, and stuff that we want to put stuff in there. Yes, you can find flyers. Yes, you can find postcards and social media posts, but some of you are already using that from your company or a platform you pay for. So we have a team. What's really cool right now is we're getting in between 100 and 300 submissions a month from realtors in the field asking us for stuff. So the nice thing is we're able to provide content that realtors on the ground who are selling homes need. So a lot of customizable infographics, videos, the automated marketing. So if you're in an MLS that's supported by our List Hub feed, you're going to get 12 marketing items for free the day you load your listing to the MLS. So we pull all the data, so bedrooms, bathrooms, all the images and square footage, and then you'll get an email with a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a postcard, open house flyer, EDDM postcard, all at no cost.
I love that. Can you say charcuterie 10 times in a row super fast?
Charcuterie.
I was joking. So one thing that surprised me before you show us the back end here is we just took a listing. I think it was 2 days ago. And I get an email from Breakthrough Broker and says, hey, Tristan, we designed your postcards for you. I'm like, what? I didn't know you guys did that. I click on it and it shows me all of the different types of postcards there are. And I just click a button and I can order them, which was insane, dude. When the hell did that happen?
You can even upload a farm list or choose a farm list by taking a circle around a geographic area, and we'll print, stamp, label, and mail. That's not free. Postage and print is not free, but it goes out same day if ordered before 1 o'clock Central. So we have a great print partner, and so it's really good.
I love that. Can you show me the back end, please?
Yeah, let me share my screen.
Log in.
Can you see it?
There we go. We see it.
Awesome. So guys, it's as you guys log in and create a profile on Breakthrough Broker, one of the things I like to show you is that if you create your profile to the best of your ability, everything in your profile, your headshot, your logo, and all of your information will auto-populate to every marketing item. So you don't have to reload your logo. You don't have to reload your headshot. So make sure when you go in, you put all your information in there. Our privacy policies are strict. We don't sell your information, anything like that. So put all your stuff in your profile so that it auto-populates. So the first 6 sections: marketing, planning, lead gen. We don't do lead gen. We just talk about it a lot. Social media, technology tips, and inspiration is like where you'll see Tristan and all his webinars that he does for us when we start doing that stuff together. So in the marketing part, actually on the front page is our trending content. So some stuff like this went crazy right before coronavirus. This is an activity sheet for you to hand out at open houses, and it's branded for you. So actually, if you're a realtor on the call right now, you might want to send this to your sphere of influence and tell them, hey, here's if you're all cooped up at home, the team's going to make a quarantine activity sheet for the kids to just mess around with. So, and it's branded for you, your logo and all your information here. So that's kind of stuff that the team's super forward thinking. They're doing a lot of stuff in the system to help you guys.
This is my favorite part, man. The flyer, the fact that you guys make the flyers and everything for us. This is like,
I can't even believe this is free.
Department for us.
It's automated.
Yeah,
so
like this is salaries right here.
We have a new Instagram feature. So if you want to create an Instagram post and you don't like the one we created automatically for you, you can drag and drop It's in template editing. So, and then there's a text feature where you can text it to yourself, to your phone. Now everyone has my cell number. Text it to your phone and save it to your phone and post it to your Instagram right from here.
Wow.
So you can also choose your colors, guys. We want you to be able to stick to your branding. So if you know your hex code from your marketing department, you can put a hex code in here. We have the color wheel here, and then these are the major brands colors here.
Oh, got it. Got Coldwell Banker Blue,
Remax
Red,
yeah,
Remax,
Better Homes and Garden Green. Yep.
Love it, dude.
So all that stuff, and then everything's free. Everything has a free option. You can download a PNG. You can download on our flyers. Let me X out of this. On our flyers, there's an option for you to download what's called a crop marked version. So if you want a professional print job and you just want to run out locally, Saturday morning, you want to get some professional open house flyers done, you can actually create the open house flyer, download our print version, or what's called full bleed, and you can run over to a local print shop and have the PDF with crop mark version or regular PDF. But if you're going to run to Staples, you just download the crop marks, run over there, and they'll print this on nice paper for you, all right from the system.
Can I just say, for someone that just had to go through a company transition last year, I'm just dying a little inside. I wish I would have known you last year, because this whole, when you have to make that type of monumental transition, your banners, your flyer, you don't even realize where all your marketing stuff is over time.
Of course.
And you're like, I have to recreate everything with all new stuff. And just that feat in itself can be very overwhelming. So this is just beautiful.
Awesome.
So
Thank
great.
you. I'm smiling. You make me, it's good to hear from people that are using it. I want people to see that we're trying to be, inclusive. So we have 20 reasons to hire me infographic. And
Dude, I love that.
We have a male and female version. And you just click version and print this out and put it, so many ways. One thing I like to tell people who already use Breakthrough Broker, look at the content in different ways. This particular infographic can be put on your social media, can be put on your stories, can be put on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, but it could also be put in your blog post on your website. It can be brought to open houses. Go for it.
There's quite a few people that are not on this that are messaging me separately on Facebook and on here. Where would somebody go to log in for the first time?
www.breakthroughbroker.com.
Okay.
Okay. When you get here.
There. And then what happens? You just set up a profile, or?
Yep. You just set up a profile.
Awesome.
When you get there, it'll say create profile.
Okay.
And you put all this information in and click create profile.
Cool. That's it. That's how easy it is, guys. I have also a couple people that are saying that they're on this already and that they love you and they had their title company set them up. And then a whole bunch of people saying that this is awesome. Now you have new subscribers, new users. So this is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Our title partners are how we have really gotten to where we've gotten. We work with most of the great title companies in the country, and they're trained on Breakthrough Broker. So if you want to know more and you were set up by your title partner, give them a call, because they know Breakthrough Broker kind of front and back. And so they're trained. They get a video from me almost weekly on new content and how to use that content. So if you were set up by your title partners, make sure you're connecting with them.
Can we go over a couple of things? And then Vanessa, if you want to jump in at any time, just interrupt me, because I like what you say better anyway.
While we're sitting at home, you want to ask me some questions, or you want me to go?
I got a couple questions for you. One is a newsletter. I always tell people, look, if you can, email isn't dead, because you and I both bring in a massive audience just by sending out newsletters and saying, tune in. So help me show people how awesome your newsletter templates are.
So we have a couple different ones. We have direct mail. We have several direct mail templates. They're all pre-written by our writers, our staff, and they have the Home Talk newsletter has 3 articles that are written by us and 1 article that you can write yourself if you like, and place your listings in here. And then you can upload your sphere of influence in our print and ship, and we will print, stamp, label, and mail for you right out of the system.
Wow.
And all you guys do is pay for printing and postage.
We can also download it as a PDF and email it from our system.
So you can do that too. You can download it as a PNG and email it out of your system. We do have it's hard to navigate with that in the way. We have an email newsletter. We're not a drip email platform, but we do have, this is our e-newsletter right here. And it's designed to, that's not it. Our e-newsletter, let me find it.
As you're finding it, Eric, how is it that you guys integrate with MLSs so that you get all of our listing information?
So we're integrated with the MLS through what's called a List Hub feed. So we've purchased the List Hub feed. We get your information from List Hub. There are some MLSs that we don't get the feed from. There are some brokerages that need to opt into our feed. That, as you guys know, the MLS structure in our industry is super fragmented. And so you may or may, some realtors may or may not know that there's very little continuity amongst the MLSs throughout the country. So most of the major MLSs are supported by this. If you're not getting let me show you where you can find it real quick. You got me off topic, but I'll show you. Yep. Where you can look for all of your, what we call automated marketing. If you're already a Breakthrough Broker user, I want you to go to My Marketing. And then go to Saved AMP. That's Automated Marketing Packages. And they should all be in here. These are all from your saved automated marketing. Awesome. And so, Tristan, if you go in here, you'll see a bunch. You'll see all your stuff in here under My Marketing, on your Breakthrough Broker, under Saved AMP. All right. So that's all in here. And this is what it looks like. These are all the items we create. And then you can choose your color.
Dude, there you go. That's what happened to me in the morning. I was like, what?
You're like, I have an assistant overnight. How did that happen?
Yeah. So,
I
again,
need the mind-blowing emojis. Like, if you like this, I need like the mind-blown emojis.
Yeah, give some emojis on the chat box. Tell us how much you love this.
Oh my God. I'm just like.
Mike's asking, how do you guys make money? So he went over that. He doesn't charge you anything, or Breakthrough Broker doesn't charge anything at all. This is done through sponsorships that come from mainly companies like our title companies, right? Or escrow companies. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, so we run sponsorship platforms for title, mortgage, home warranty. We also, so we have a very robust advertising platform throughout the country. We also sell software. So we actually have pulled this marketing center out, and I'd say T3 Consulting just named us best in class for our custom marketing platforms. I don't want to name any companies on the call, but we run marketing technology for some big companies in the country. And then we also, we do speaking, we do a bunch of stuff. Print revenue, we do make a little money off the print when you decide you do want to print from us. So we try to provide free stuff for you guys by monetizing it in various ways.
Any training videos on this?
Yeah, and so a couple different things. If you're on here and we're invited through a title partner, they have a ton of training videos. If you're on here and you'd like more training videos, email support@breakthroughbroker.com, support@breakthroughbroker.com. And we'll send you, we have a 10-minute video, a 3-minute video, and a 17-minute video on how to do all that.
Dude, I love this, man.
It's amazing. This, I'll just tell you, it is really such a gift, Eric. I mean, this really gives so many agents that have this barrier of like, maybe going from, I don't have the finances or the revenue to hire an assistant or get a marketer or get an online content creator, but to take an agent and be able to give them this leverage so that they can scale their business. And because let's be real, like I've watched baby new realtors come into even my market, and because they had a digital marketer behind them, all of a sudden the perception of their business looks a lot more substantial than it actually is. And it is amazing how you can really own that marketing space if you have the right content, the right tools, you saturate your market in a very strategic way. And so this honestly is a gift to realtors. I'm so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep going. We have some awesome stuff on the way. We have a great team, and we're going to keep providing free content. We need ideas from you guys. So as I said, under submit ideas, don't hesitate. This is on Monday mornings, my team gets together. They look at what's been submitted. We decide what's good for the industry as a whole, because we're kind of like Switzerland. We can't get too myopic in what we're doing, but and then we create it.
I have a question.
Go for it.
A few questions. Anything for property managers? That's a question from the audience. Christina. What's up, Christina? I just saw your last name. What's up?
We have for rent flyers. Other than that, we've been asked a lot. So submit ideas for what the property management industry could need in here. But we really right now just for rent flyers. We've been asked to do commercial breakthrough broker. We've been asked to do mortgage breakthrough broker. We want to be the best we can at helping residential realtors, and then we're going to start branching out in years to come. But yeah, we'll if you need something on the property management side, submit that idea, and we're looking at creating more property management tools.
Cool, buddy. What about integrating with Canada's MLS?
So Canada's MLS is difficult. They don't syndicate. And so if anyone has an in with the Canadian MLS,
who knows the friends?
So we currently run a marketing platform for a very large brokerage in Canada, and we have their company feed. So we can create the feeds in Canada if we have it. So CREA, I believe it's called. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's CREA, is that main multiple listing service governing body, and we're happy to plug in if they want to talk to us.
Perfect.
Happy to.
All right, everybody who's signing in, they love it. How about tools for recruiting by any chance, Eric? Do you have any of that?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Early on, we were putting in a ton of recruiting stuff. We put in a side-by-side company calendar, like a side-by-side company calculator, and we put in some recruiting content. We got a huge blowback for some reason. And so we haven't put a lot of recruiting content on Breakthrough Broker. We do put recruiting content on our custom platforms because they're typically custom for the companies we work with. So we have a ton of recruiting content that's custom to our clients and that we don't have on Breakthrough Broker.
And so, Eric, when you say that, do you mean like people can hire you specifically to work for them as a client?
Yes, we
okay, so let's talk about that
technology.
For some of our mega people.
Yeah, we build technology. We run technology for, I'll say, one of the top 5 teams in Keller Williams. We run their marketing platform. We run technology for some Realogy corporate companies. We run technology for, and when I say run technology, it's marketing technology. So it's custom flyers, postcards, brochures, business plans, buyer and listing presentations. So what you see here, we do create custom platforms for. That's not free.
And so is there a menu where if any of our like mega teams and mega agents want to look at hiring you for that, like where would they inquire?
Email me, eric@breakthroughbroker.com.
Awesome.
I have the president of Association of Board in Nova Scotia.
I love it.
And I'm going to connect both of you. All
I
right?
love you guys. We'll do it. Anyone on the call doing Spanish speaking? I want you guys to know we're really committed to Spanish, and we're going to be working on some French content as well. We had a goal. We had a business plan, like you all have business plans that shifted in the last couple of weeks. But we will. Our Spanish stuff is robust. We have buyer and listing presentations in Spanish. Some of you may or may not know my wife's from Costa Rica, and she's a realtor, and so she's been pushing this to have us get more Spanish content on here. And so we hope to have the most robust Spanish platform in the industry. So really trying to help you guys with infographics and presentations. And we have flyers, for sale. We have a buy versus rent video in Spanish coming out. So all that stuff we're going to work hard on.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love this. So is there something that's kind of like underused that you wish people would use more, or kind of hidden that you're like, man, you know what? This is cool. And I can't believe nobody's using this.
Yes, I do. Let me show you.
Great question.
Great question. You list a lot of properties, and you list properties that are, where the sellers have a pretty robust sphere of influence. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have this "We're Selling Our Home" social post that I created for you to download. So the idea is it has your logo here. "We're selling our home," and you can type in here, listed by our favorite realtor, Eric Sachs, whatever you want to say. The whole idea here is for you to download it, share it with your seller, and say, hey, can you do me a favor and post this on your socials?
Dude.
I actually created this so that they would post it and their sphere would be like, oh, they trusted Tristan with the sale of their house. That's kind of cool.
You know what, that I'll submit into the ideas that I've been doing via Canva is one of my marketing pieces for my sellers is when we take a listing, we automatically order them business cards that has their house on it, but it has my information on it. And so I mail it directly to their house. So when they go live, they actually have a business card so they can hand out to their coworkers and their friends. Because they like to talk about their move, and so they have
here's my home that I'm listing.
Here's my home that I'm listing, and it has a few pictures on it, and then it has the realtor contact info on the back.
I love that. I love that. Love that. Love that. We have I'm gonna remember that and get back to you on that. We'll try to do that. We have these for buyers too. So we love our new home. So if you just send this to them and say, would you guys mind posting this on social? And here we want you to be pretty forward and say, it would really help me if you could do this, because I want all your friends and family to know that.
I love it.
This is amazing.
People are going like, this is amazing. We love it on both Facebook and here on the chat here. So
cool.
Dude, anything that you think is targeted specifically for teams? Because I'm running a team, right?
Yeah.
Anything more like that
coming out in June. Coming out in June. We have a full team. We have a full team platform coming out in June.
Nice. Is it still going to be free?
No.
Okay.
So one of the announcements that we are going to be doing is that Breakthrough Broker has always been free, but we've had realtors asking us over and over for things that cost us money that we couldn't do for free. So every item starting in June will have an MLS plugin feature. So every item, you'll be able to click on a flyer. You'll be able to click on the Sharp series and actually plug in your MLS number, and it'll auto create on any item on the site. That's $9.95 a month. And that also, you'll also be able to pick your color on your profile, and it will auto color everything. And everything will have a team function. So it'll have 2-agent and a team design to it. And so amongst other things, we have about 12 things we've wanted to do. Just so everyone on this call doesn't think we're traders, the MLS plugin feature is the data to run that from the MLSs is so expensive that we wanted to give you the ability to just click and make your flyer, but we just couldn't keep giving that away for free. So we have Breakthrough Plus coming in June. It's $9.95 a month, and really that's just for us to cover the data that we're buying and paying and the technology that we're building.
Gosh.
So
this is already so grateful that you even make this free. It's unbelievable. This is like Canva on steroids. This can replace anybody's Canva. So what you would be spending on Canva, on the Elite or the Pro account, I mean, You know, even you should have a donation box, because I'll tell you the gratitude of how much this saves my life and my time. It's like, can I pay you? Because I feel bad taking all this stuff, but
you know what we say, Vanessa, sorry to interrupt. I love Canva. I think if you are tech savvy and have the time, Canva's awesome because it has so many different things you can do. One of the things I like to say is that the majority of us don't have the time. Sometimes my wife, I own Breakthrough Broker, she'll use Canva, but she likes to sit there for 6 hours. I don't know many other people that can sit there for 6 hours and do stuff. And so if you have the time, Canva's great. If you want quick, real estate centric, fast, hopefully you'll find value with what we're doing.
Definitely, man. I love it. So anything that we may have missed that you want to touch on that you think is important?
No, while I have this platform, because I'm speaking here today during these times, I'd like to say, guys, keep the momentum. For any of you at home that have told yourself, I teach a class titled, I Shall Not Should on Myself. SHOULD. Tristan, we've talked about this.
I love that.
And I believe as realtors, we should a lot, right? I should get my CRM super dialed in. I should get my marketing plan done. I should get my, all of these shoulds. And we're all running around with our hair on fire traditionally, right? As realtors. Well, right now, most of us are on lockdown. We're in a shelter in place in Denver. We can't do much. So do all your shoulds. Get back to what you told yourself in the last 6 months or a year that you should do. Take all the CRM training they provide. Do 30 webinars on your CRM till you know it like the back of your hand. Tweak your business plan. Get your marketing action plan fixed for June through the rest of the year. But work on your business over the next month. I think we're still here for a month. And that's all I'd like to say to everyone on the call is keep your momentum, work on your shoulds, and get all that stuff dialed in before we start cranking again. Thanks for giving me that platform, Tristan, to say that.
For sure, man. Well, those are people that are asking if this is going to be recorded. Yes, it's going to be recorded.
Where's your t-shirt, Tristan?
It's being recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded. Just put it on a banner that we put.
I already ordered the t-shirts yesterday.
I love it. I wish you ordered me an extra one because I need one too.
This is being recorded.
Eric, video really quick. I know we may only have a few minutes, but video, I just looked at your video. What are you guys doing on video?
So, we're doing some tutorials on video. We're going to talk more about video. We've created some short videos for, I don't know if you saw these, but we created brandable videos. So if you go to our consumer-facing infographics and videos, we're slated to do about 15 more of these. So this is kind of cool. In our videos, this is our consumer-facing video series. You can do home buying process explained, and when you download this, it's actually branded for you. It'll look like this. When you download it, a front and a back, and then with music. So we're trying to help with some things that traditionally you might want to do, create a video, post it to your social media platforms, put it on your website. So we're going to have about 15 more of these in there. And then we'd like to do more training on, how to leverage video better.
Awesome.
I love that, man. Dude, this was really good. I got some great ideas. I'll text you after.
Yeah, call me anytime. I love working with you guys. Thanks for having me. I can't, tell you how much I appreciate you giving us this stage. So we appreciate it a ton.
We love you guys, dude. You guys are doing something that we stand for as well, which is helping our industry grow in the right direction.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So, Vanessa, thank you for being on as always. Thanks for helping Lab Coats and being an integral part. Guys, if you have any
nice to meet Vanessa.
Yeah, Eric.
For Alaska, Vanessa is your go-to agent. And remember, Eric runs Breakthrough Broker. It's breakthroughbroker.com. Just visit it, sign up now. And thanks for being on. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Awesome. Everyone stay safe and healthy.
Amen.
Bye, guys.
Bye.